Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to New Rigel Blue Jackets Field, the site of today's district semifinal matchups between the Hopewell-Loudon Chieftains and the Mohawk Warriors. Nate Mullins on the call with you here today. Greg Kinn on the ones and twos, and Austin Rodriguez on the camera. Thanks for tuning in once again here with us. Game one, the district semifinal between Tiffin Calvert and Cary, saw the Blue Devils with a 13-3 win to move them into the championship game, which will be played this Friday. District final game here at New Rigel. And then, of course, the winner of this game will go on to face the Cary Blue Devils this Friday. So the Chieftains coming into today. Greggy, I don't think I've seen a more ridiculous stat sheet than I did when I looked over this Hopewell-Loudon Chieftain stat sheet. Like, wow. They are just stacked, loaded from top to bottom. And, I mean, you talk about a team batting average. Greggy, you ready for this? 554.
I went ahead
as a team.
I loaded the keys to the game for that because I figured that would be the key to this game is these stats that you're about to ramble off here.
Good Lord. Like, they just come at you from all angles, and this is a team that, I mean, they are loaded, like I said, from top to bottom. And it all starts with Shea Harper, the catcher leading the way, batting .662 on the season. She has 7 home runs, 66 RBIs on the season. She's got 17 doubles and 27 hits, or 27 singles. That's 51 hits in 77 at-bats for Shea Harper. And I'm telling you, there's a lot of other key contributors for this team, and we're going to mention them early and often throughout this game.
Yeah, I'm expecting this one to be a really good matchup here, Nate.
For sure.
The things that you told me about this Chieftain squad, I'm just like, because I haven't got a chance to see them yet.
Yeah,
you know?
This is our first glance at this team since we've started doing high school baseball and softball here at Heart of Ohio Sports.
I already love the bright red pants that they're wearing.
Yes.
I don't know. That look looks awesome to me.
For sure.
And it's going to help a lot, too, when you got Mohawk wearing their all blacks out here. So I'm really glad that Hopewell didn't wear all black today.
And on the mound for Hopewell-Loudon, Isabel Beidlecheese. 113 innings pitched on the season. She's got a 0.37 ERA on the season. 230 strikeouts in 113 innings pitched. She's only given up 37 hits, 11 walks, and just 6 earned runs all season long.
He started talking about that, Nate, and I'm pretty sure she just threw a pitch there I think had smoke coming off of it. Like, good Lord.
She is 23-0 on the season, and these Chieftains sport a 26-0 record coming into today.
26-0?
Like I said, number 4 team in the state in Division IV.
Yeah. Okay, I knew they were good. I knew you said that, but 26-0?
26-0.
There's good, and then there's just dominating.
Yeah. Leading things off for Mohawk here, Josie Granada.
Leading off for the Mohawk Warriors, center field number 2, Josie Granada.
And our first pitch coming to you next, brought to you by Hope in Fostoria. We'll give a big shout out and a thank you to them, as that one's in there for a strike from Isabel Beidlecheese.
First pitch, first perfect pitch, right off the bat.
Beidlecheese, just a junior. Slings that one in there low. Evens the count at 1-1. Swing and a miss. 1-2 the count on Josie Granada. That one up high. She lays off of it there. The 2-2. That one misses just outside to push the count to full. 3-2 now on Josie Granada. Good patient approach here by Granada. And that one swung on, hit straight up in the air, right at the third baseman, who clamps it for the first out. That was Bryn Senebal coming in to make the play from third base. That'll bring up Allison Russell. Of course, the N10 stats are harder to find than most. Unless they're leaders, they're not on the N10 site. Let's see if I can find her stats here. Or maybe they keep stats of their own.
Oh, nice little bunt there. Makes him come in for it.
Vital Cheese comes off the mound to make the play.
You see, there was like 3 of them there that all huddled in real quick. They're like, who's gonna get it? All right, no problem.
Bailey Sheets.
I mean, that was just good work there too. That ball barely, she bunted it barely moved, and they still got her before she got to first base. She made him work for it though.
That'll bring up Bailey Sheets. Swung on and fouled straight up in the air, off to the right and out of play, right off the top of the dugout of the Chieftains.
Now here's a question for you, Nate. If that ball hits the top of that dugout and bounces back in here and it's caught, is it still out?
No.
Because I seen the catcher going all the way over there, and I was like, what's she going to do, climb on top of the dugout and catch that one?
Now that would have to bounce really awkwardly because of the slanted slope.
Right.
But yeah, you're right. I think if it bounces off of something in play and bounces back, then it's an out. But if it bounces off of something foul,
then
and
it just counts
it's
as where it
caught,
landed,
it's just
basically.
okay. It's just a foul ball.
I didn't know if they were like, it's got to hit the ground, or just hit something.
Something in play. Even if it's in foul ground, it can be still in play, but that dugout would be out of play. It'd be essentially like the ball hitting off the top of the backboard in basketball.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like it can hit the side of the backboard because it's still in play, but the top is considered out of bounds. The 1-2, just outside. Sheets with a patient approach here. 2-2 the count, 2 down. Top of the first. Pitch from Vital Cheese is fouled straight back and off to the right. We'll do it again at 2-2.
Keep working, Iz. Keep working.
A little bit long there with the discussion there. Pitcher just playing little head games with the batter there. The 2-2. Swung on, hit into center field, but this is playable. As Taryn Hampton comes on to make the play. For the final out here in the top of the first, we head to the bottom of the first. No score here between Hopewell-Loudon and Mohawk. Thanks for joining us here on the broadcast. Today's broadcast presented by Xcaret Mexican Restaurant. We'll take a moment and thank all of our sponsors for bringing you today's broadcast. Special thanks to Xcaret Mexican Restaurant, our presenting sponsor, as well as Your Legacy Federal Credit Union, Hope in Fostoria, MST Sauce Company, Feasel's Frame and Collision, First National Bank of Sycamore, Lee's Floor Covering, and Steinmetz Signs and Graphic Inc., all proud sponsors with us right here on Heart of Ohio Sports. We get ready to start the bottom of the first. No score. Isabel Vital Cheese went 1-2-3 with the order. And Bailey Sheets on the mound for Mohawk. And I do have some stats for this young lady because she had an incredible season. Let's see. Finished 6th in the N10 in batting on the season, .475 batting average. But she also had a 2.12 ERA in 109 innings pitched. And she finished the season 11-7 with 153 strikeouts. That's good for 2nd in the N10. Sheets is a senior. one of 5 seniors on this squad for the Lady Warriors. And leading off for Hopewell-Loudon, Taryn Hampton, the center fielder who made the final out in the top of the fifth, or top of the first.
Oh, she just wanted her turn at bat. That's what it was.
That's right. I'll tell you one thing, Greg. You know they're having fun in that dugout over there.
Oh, yeah.
Swung on, fouled at the plate, 0-2 the count. So much chirping from all the parents. I love it. Like, I love the different.
Oh, I could tell when
Everybody's got a different little saying, and
yeah.
you know,
And when this
it's
crowd got
awesome.
here today, you could tell, you know, from both sides,
Yeah.
they're ready for this one. Huh? All kinds of passion in the crowd here today. Ooh,
The
look at
1-2 is hit into left field, but it's playable as the shortstop ranges over to make the play for the first out.
Up for the Hopewell-Loudon Chieftains, number 6, Kylie Maligan.
That'll bring up number 6, Kylie Maligan, the shortstop. You think she wears the number 6 because she plays 6? That's the number position on the field. Maligan chops that one back to the pitcher, who throws over to first for the second out of the inning. So quickly, the Chieftains go 1-2,
For the Chieftains, number 24, Shay Harper.
and that'll bring up Shay Harper. Harper hits this one into foul territory, but it's going to be just out of reach.
Yep, right in that sweet spot where it's too far out for the first baseman and too far in from the outfielder. Neither one of them can quite get underneath that one.
And Harper fouls this one straight back. She got the timing on that one. She was just a little bit underneath of it.
Sent the old cops running away from that one. See that? So I don't get paid enough for this.
I think she's trying to send Austin running away. Hit right at the third base and right through her glove, through the legs of the third baseman. Greg, she hit that so hard, I think it went through her glove.
I don't doubt it, Nate. I couldn't see the actual ball when it went to her glove from this angle here. But I saw her feet. They never moved, so she was set, ready for that. Exactly. It had to go right through her. We check to see if she's got a hole in her glove right now.
We'll have a pinch runner here. Umpire making a note of the substitution there. 2 down here in the bottom of the first. Runner at first base. That one outside. The pitcher, Isabel Beidelcheese, at the plate. That one gets away from the catcher, so the runner will scamper over to first base. That's Casey Fleckner, the pinch runner.
That really was a scamper, too.
Yeah.
She was just
The 1-1. Swung on, hit right back to the pitcher. Sheets squeezes it for the final out. And that's the end of the first inning. No score. We head to the top of the second. Mohawk due up to bat. We'll step aside, take a quick timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching Heart of Ohio Sports.
Federal Credit Union, your premier financial institution in Seneca County since 1952. Your community, your legacy. Federally insured NCUA.
You're watching right here on Heart of Ohio Sports, the pulse of the Buckeye State. All right, and we're back here at Blue Jackets Field, the site of today's district semifinal matchups. We had a doubleheader today. We're in the second game here. First game saw Cary defeat Tiffin Calvert 13-3. Here in the top of the second, no score between Hopewell-Loudon and Mohawk. Isabel.
So far, I was going to say, so far, both these teams look really good there in the first.
Yeah, for sure. Locked in is the word.
Both seem very in control.
And Vital Cheese fires that one in there for a strike. At the plate now, Allison Young, first baseman. Swing and a miss by Young. 1-2 the count now. That one just misses. 2-2 the count. Whew, that was close.
Yeah, it's so funny. I kind of watched the height first. And
Right.
I'm looking, I see where it gloves at. It's just outside there. And I'm like, oh.
The 2-2. Swing and a miss.
Yeah, it almost looks like the same thing there, but she swung at that one.
A strikeout for Isabel Vital Cheese. And that'll bring up Allie Schock. Schock finished second in the N10 in triples. She had 3 triples on the year. I mean, she's got some speed. Swing and a miss. Vital Cheese working her way into a groove here, Greggy, as she sat down the first 4. That one misses outside. The 1-1 hit to the shortstop. Gloves, throws to first. And, well, she had to get that one out of there quick, Greg, because like I said, man, Schock has some speed coming out of that box. But
yeah, for sure. I mean, you definitely see some plays where it isn't that close, but, yeah, she had to laser beam that ball over there if she was going to beat her that first base.
A nice throw by the shortstop there, Kylie Malagon. 2 down. Bottom of the second, or top of the second, sorry. A.J. Chevalier at the plate. Swing and a miss. Vital Cheese just absolutely throwing gas up there right now.
Yeah, that was on target right there. I was watching the camera shot here. It's beautiful looking.
Upstairs with that one. Tries to make her chase that one. 1-2 the count now on Chevalier. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. And Isabel Vital Cheese has sat down the first 6. We head to the bottom of the second. Still no score. Chieftains due up to bat. Thanks for tuning in here with us. Nate Mullins on the call with you. Greg Kinn on the 1s and 2s. The Wizard. And, of course, Austin Rodriguez on camera here for us today. Thank you for tuning in. Today's broadcast presented by Xcaret Mexican Restaurant. We also want to thank all of our sponsors for bringing you today's broadcast, including Your Legacy Federal Credit Union, Hope and Fostoria, MST Sauce Company, Feasel's Frame and Collision, First National Bank of Sycamore, Lee's Floor Covering, and Steinmetz Signs and Graphics, Inc., all proud sponsors with us here on Heart of Ohio Sports.
Leading off for the Chieftains, number 4, Sydney Brickner.
That'll bring up Sydney Brickner, the right fielder. Brickner fouls that one off to the left. Brickner batting .607 on the season, 51 hits and 84 at-bats. That one in the dirt. The 1-1 from Sheets. In there for a strike. Fires it right down the pipe. The 1-2. Swung on, fouled off to the left, and out of play. We'll do it again at 1 and 2. Sydney Brickner at the plate. 4 triples on the year, leading the team.
We need to get Austin one of those big, like crane things that we can lift her up in the sky. Whoa!
Right past the outstretched arms of the shortstop.
I've seen her making a couple camera adjustments there to get out of the way of the outfielders.
Ashley Daniel.
Well hit ball there by Brickner. That'll bring up Ashley Daniel. Foul tipped at the plate on the bunt attempt by Daniel. Daniel, a .429 hitter on the season, 27 hits and 63 at-bats. The 0-1, bunted right at the plate. Nice job by the third baseman to come over and make the play. Gets the runner at first, but she does her job. Moves the runner over from first to second. Now runner in scoring position for Natalie Holman. One out. Runner at second base. And Holman watches that one high for a ball. Swing and a miss. Sheets with a nice pitch there, throws it right by her. Evens the count at 1-1. This game has a little different pace here, Greg.
Mm-hmm. Isn't, I think it's just because we had the explosive 13 points happen in the last game.
Yeah.
We're kind of almost waiting for that to happen here. We're just getting started, though. But definitely both teams, like I said, both feel in control. So they're, like, methodical about what they're doing here.
Oh, what a pitch by Sheets as she gets that strikeout for the second out. And that's a big out right there for Bailey Sheets. As that'll bring up Bryn Senebal. Swung on, fouled back, and off to the right. Senebal playing third base here today. And that one chopped to the third baseman. Shortstop gloves and throws, but she is safe.
Oh, and she's home.
And a run will score. You want to talk about heads-up base running by Sydney Brickner right there.
Yeah.
She just kept that pressure on. A great job by the third base coach of sending her home there. As he saw that situation and said, hey, go ahead, go get it.
Yeah, absolutely, Nate, because she was already halfway home by the time I even noticed, oh, she could probably run.
Yeah. So first run of the game scored for Hopewell-Loudon. It's 1-0 Chieftains. 2 outs here in the bottom of the second. Runner down at first base. Addie Siebenauer at the plate. That one up high. 1-1 the count. Siebenauer, a .422 hitter on the season. That went in there for a strike. It's got to be a competition among these girls to see who has the best batting average at the end of the year. Because, I mean, a 400 average isn't going to cut it, man. Like, these girls are all batting 500, 600. That went up high. Nice job by Siebenauer. Drawing the count back to even at 2-2. The 2-2 from Sheets gets away from the catcher. And the runner will scamper on over to second base. Bryn Senebal in safely there at second. So full count on Siebenauer. They do have a base open here, but we'll see what they do. The 3-2 is fouled back. We'll do it again with a full count. Division IV District Semifinals. Winner of today's matchup goes on to face the Cary Lady Blue Devils this Friday here at New Rigel. Oh, what a beautiful pitch by Bailey Sheets as she sits him down looking. They do give up one run, but they leave a runner stranded. It's 1-0 Hopewell-Loudon as we head to the top of the third inning. Don't go anywhere, folks. We'll be right back after this. You're watching Heart of Ohio Sports.
Your Legacy Federal Credit Union. Your premier financial institution in Seneca County since 1952. Your community, your legacy. Federally insured NCUA.
You're watching right here on Heart of Ohio Sports, the pulse of the Buckeye State. And we're back here at New Rigel Blue Jackets Field. Nate Mullins on the call with you. Greg Kinn on the ones and twos. Austin Rodriguez on the cameras. Thanks for tuning in here. Today's broadcast presented by Xcaret Mexican Restaurant right here on Heart of Ohio Sports. Top of the third, Isabel Beidel Cheese has sat down the first 6 hitters in the Mohawk Warrior lineup. She faces the 7, 8, 9 hitters. As Anna Russell at the plate, the right fielder. Swings and misses over the top of that one. The 1-1. Swung on and missed. She has an intimidating presence on the mound, Greg. Like, if I was a batter trying to go up and face this girl, I'd be scared, sorry. Swing and a miss. Anna Russell sits down on 3 straight. I'm sorry. She did have a ball on the first pitch, so. That'll bring up Gracie Klaus. Swung on, fouled back.
I do like that the net doesn't give you that shock factor that the fence does when it goes.
Oh, yeah.
Probably helps with our not jumping situation.
For sure. And I think they last a lot longer, too. That one up high. And probably not nearly as expensive.
You wouldn't think.
Because I know chain link fences are not cheap.
I know. I just think it's neat, too, how it just kind of catches the ball and stops it instead of bouncing it.
That one up high. 2-1. Yeah, you're right. It has kind of a deadening force on it.
It's like, hey, okay, roll down here.
Yep. The 2-1. In there for a strike. 2-2 the count on Klaus. Ellie Skeels in the on-deck circle, the catcher. Swing and a miss. Vital Cheese. Back-to-back strikeouts for Isabel Vital Cheese. And that'll bring up Ellie Skeels, the catcher. Swing and a miss. Vital Cheese is just absolutely dealing right now. She's got a 1-0 lead. And has not surrendered a batter. That one low, a 1-1 the count. Swung on and missed. She took a nice rip at that one, though. She was trying to send that one into orbit.
These pitches have just been phenomenal so far.
She is just rocked and firing. Firing on all cylinders. Isabel Vital Cheese has sat down the first 9 here today. We head to the bottom of the third, 1-0 your score, as Hopewell-Loudon due up to bat next. Thanks for tuning in here on Heart of Ohio Sports. Today's broadcast presented by Xcaret Mexican Restaurant. Different pace of the game down here. These tournament baseball games, they mean business. Once again, give a big shout out and a thank you to all of our sponsors, including Xcaret Mexican Restaurant, Your Legacy Federal Credit Union, Hope in Fostoria, MST Sauce Company, Feasel's Frame and Collision, First National Bank of Sycamore, Lee's Floor Covering, and Steinmetz Signs and Graphic Inc., all proud sponsors with us here on Heart of Ohio Sports, the pulse of the Buckeye State.
Yeah, I see that new sponsor that we have on there, Nate, Hope of Fostoria.
Mm-hmm.
And I also seen, what did I see on Facebook? That you're going to be doing some MCing for them for an event.
Oh, did you see that?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, I saw it because somebody didn't tell me about it.
No, they Ed Sheeter actually reached out to me about the recovery walk that they're doing in June. Let me pull up some information. I want to make sure I'm getting the information correctly here. Yes, the Walk for Recovery, 2023 Tiffin Walk for Recovery, coming up on June 10th. That one hit back up the middle to the second baseman, underhand throw to first for the first out. Taryn Hampton quickly retired. That'll bring up Kylie Maligan. But no, that's coming up June 10th at Hedges Boyer Park. I will be the MC for the event, so come on out.
Bro, I just had an epiphany that June is very fast coming up.
Yeah, it's already May 18th.
Wow. I was like, oh, that's months away.
That one fouled off the plate, so they're going to redo that one.
You just messed my whole world up, man. Wow. I think in my brain it's still March for some reason.
Oh, yeah.
I was like, all right, cool, June 10th, that's a little whiles away. No, it's not even, what, a month? Not even a month? Not even a month now. Jeez. Oh, my goodness. Can't keep up.
That one in there for a strike. Bailey Sheets. You talk about dealing. We got a pitcher's duel here today between these two fantastic pitchers.
Yeah.
Up high.
That's pretty awesome, though, that you're doing that walk for recovery thing, because it seems like that's grown more and more each year that they've done that here now. And
for sure.
obviously, if they got Nate Mullins on, this is a big-time event. Whoa!
That one hit well, but right at the center fielder. Because of the shift, Greg, she was right in the right spot to make that play. They must have had a scouting report on the hitter there to tell him, hey, she likes to hit the ball over here. But you can get registered if you want to be a part of the 2023 Tiffin Walk for Recovery. Head over to the Hope in Fostoria page. You can still get registered by the end of this week, though. May 22nd is the deadline if you want to get a free adult-sized T-shirt.
Oh, it's a good thing we brought it up, and I didn't know registration was going to end soon.
Yes, so registration is... Well, in order to get a free shirt, you have to be registered by the 22nd. I'm sure they take registrations all the way up until...
But who doesn't love shirts?
Especially free shirts.
Yeah.
Come on now.
That's like a souvenir that you always want to collect from everything you've done. You know, all the
Exactly.
fun times that you've had. You got to grab yourself a shirt, a hat, a hoodie, something like that. Whoa!
Oh, Shea Harper sends this one into orbit.
That's gone.
And that is gone.
Gone.
As Shea Harper gives that one a ride to deep left field. And it is now 2-0 Hopewell-Loudon.
Man, I didn't even have to wait for that one to fall.
You
I
knew
knew,
off the
yeah.
sound of
Yep.
the bat.
I was like, that thing, there ain't no way. There's no way it's landing inside of that fence. You just know the sound of a swack when you
Yeah.
hear it.
Oh, yeah. She squared up on that one. That'll bring up Sydney Brickner. I'm sorry, Isabel Beitelcheese at the plate. Not reading my roster right. The pitcher, who has thrown an absolute gem to this point, Greg, sat down the first 9. So she's worked her way through the order without allowing a hit or a walk.
She's like, I like to hit the ball, too. Let me hit the ball. Boom.
And that one hit foul off to the right.
I got excited about that one. I lost where it went.
Yeah.
I seen it fly off the bat, and I don't know where it went after that.
The 1-2 hit right over the head of the second baseman. That'll get down for a base hit.
That's when I thought the last one went.
Yeah. Isabel Beitelcheese works her way on with a 2-out single. And that'll bring up Sydney Brickner. Two nothing Chieftains, runner at first, 2 down here in the bottom of the third. First pitch in there for a strike to Sydney Brickner. Now Sydney Brickner's at the plate. I was just getting ahead of myself, that's all.
Maybe you can see the future. She's going to hit a double here. I was hoping. I was like, come on, do it, please.
She's still got a couple more pitches here, maybe.
Everybody will think I'm a genius.
A genius and a wizard. The 0-2. Swung on, hit to second. Gloves and throws to first for the final out.
Yeah, just like I said.
Yeah. She hit a double right to the second baseman. That's the end of the third inning. It's 2-0 Hopewell-Loudon as we head to the top of the fourth. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back after this. You're watching Heart of Ohio Sports.
Betting happens as fast as sports, and now every play is faster than ever before. You're on the edge of your seat until the moment when it's all on the line, which is why it's important to pause before you play. Sports are fast, betting shouldn't be, so remember to set limits, know the risks, and pause before you play. To learn more, visit pausebeforeyouplay.org. Brought to you by Hope and Fostoria and the CARSA Coalition of Seneca County.
You're watching right here on Heart of Ohio Sports, the pulse of the Buckeye State. All right, and we're back here. First pitch here in the top of the fourth, and Isabel Beitelcheese is just dealing as she fires that one in there for a strike. 2-0 Hopewell-Loudon. As Josie Granada, top of the order, back up for the Warriors. Pulls back the bunt at the plate, and I think she misses it.
Yeah. That was surprising. That one looked okay, but maybe it was low or something.
The 1-1. That went in there for a strike. Vital Cheese. Not giving her anything she can really do anything with, especially with that bunt.
Why? Yeah, I was going to say, is that why the first baseman's running up close like that?
Yep.
Expecting the bunt there?
That one misses outside, 1-2 the count. Yeah, that's why the infield's in on the corners.
Well, I seen that first baseman run up real fast in the last 2 pitches. I was like, what?
Yeah, what's crazy is she has to wait until the pitch
Yeah,
before she can actually run towards the plate.
That's what I thought I heard the umpire ask.
Swing and a miss. Another strikeout for Isabel Vital Cheese.
Now batting for the Warriors, number 11, Allison Russell.
I think she might be kind of good, Nate.
I think there's a couple pretty good players on this team. Swing and a miss.
I tell you, the home runs are exciting to watch, but man, this is just like a masterpiece.
This is a clinic.
Like every one of those pitches, I'm like, oh, come on. Oh, she's it's killing me, and I'm not the one swinging at him.
And Allison Russell fouls that one off the plate, and it's quickly 0-2. And Isabel Vital Cheese is just cruising, Greg. She's, like I said, she's got it set in cruise control, unlike me on the interstate. Swing and a miss. Another strikeout for Isabel Vital Cheese. I think that's 4 out of the last 5 hitters she sat down on strikeouts, Greg.
It's just unreal. Like, they have not figured out her pitches at all yet. It's crazy because it doesn't really look like anything that insane, but they cannot judge it.
Yeah, that's true.
She's got great control of the ball, too.
Oh, absolutely. Swing and a miss.
Like, unreal, man.
Wow. The 1-1 to Sheets. In there for a strike. It's now 1-2. And it is just, man.
That one just cruised in at a nice, steady speed and just dropped down right over the plate. It's just another beautiful pitch.
The 1-2. Swung on, hit to the second baseman.
Oh.
She unable to field it cleanly. And the runner is safe. So that's the first base runner of the game for the Warriors. But it comes by way of an error, Greg. So the perfect game's still intact. That went in there for a strike. Bailey Sheets down at first base. 2 down. Allison Young at the plate. Swing and a miss. Young takes a rip at that one, but comes up empty. It's now 0-2. The 0-2 is up high. It's now 1-2 on Young. Outside, 2-2. Count is even now. 2-2 count, 2 down.
What you bringing here, Nate?
2-0 Chieftains. Top of the 4th. Swing and a miss.
Goodness gracious.
Came with the high stinky cheddar
100%.
and just sat her down. And Isabel Beidel cheese is just absolutely working right now.
And if you're hungry, we have hot dogs back behind the
Hot dogs.
dugouts over here. So
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
come on over.
They must have ran out of brats because I had one earlier. They were delicious.
Give me hot dogs all day. Give me that glizzy.
Glizzy, glizzy.
I just love how like certain foods like that just strike a chord with you when you're at a game.
Oh,
You know, like I don't sit at home and just be like, man, I could really go for a hot dog right
Nope.
now. But I'm sitting out here in the sun. They're like, hot dogs. I'm like, hot dogs. Say no more.
well, it's like, I would never go to a restaurant and order a brat patty, but I look forward to them every year at Tiffin Columbian football games.
Oh yeah.
I mean, that's one of my favorite things about going to Columbia. Or like the ribeye sandwiches at Seneca East. Oh my God. Like there's so many things where, normally I wouldn't probably get down on that, but man, you go to a good setting like this
Well,
and
and
you're
it's
watching a game
I was
and
gonna say it's always cool too when you've got the places that have their specialty things like that.
Yeah.
You're like, oh, we're going to this place on Friday night.
Uh-huh.
Oh yeah, we're gonna be smashing on.
don't even get me started on going over to Bellevue. Whew. That Bone Brothers barbecue over there. Oh,
Boom, 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 boom.
that one swung on and fouled off to the right. Oh, and 1 the count. Ashley Daniel at the plate. That one low. Gets away from the catcher. The 1-1. Swung on, fouled off to the right. I wonder if they made too many hot dogs. Like, hey, eat the hot dogs. We don't want to throw them away.
Well, if they're giving them away, they can just set the box down there.
Yeah, right? Woo, that one fouled straight back at us.
Still didn't flinch. The master.
I went up.
Yeah, I
didn't
did about
flinch.
that.
That's the first high school game I've ever seen where they had a mobile vendor.
Well, when you got your grills and stuff set clear up out there and way out in the way back over there, they're probably like, people aren't sitting over here.
I mean, it's conveniently placed if you think about it because, the
It is until you
baseball
sit down.
field's right over there, softball field here. It's in the middle, but yeah.
There's not two things going on today, so got to bring it to the people, I guess.
Yep. Swung on, hit, foul down the right side. Just down the first base side.
I don't know if it's just me either, Nate, but for some reason food always tastes so much better when I don't have to cook it.
Absolutely. I don't know. Just depends on who's cooking it, though.
Yeah. I guess if you're in a cooking mood, it's a different thing. But
That's right.
If you just want to smash a glizzy, give me one that's already done.
Right? I don't know. I've been to some barbecues where I'm like,
Not recently, though, because the barbecue we had last time I had barbecue was delicious. I gave some to Chris. I gave some to Chris when I came home, and he was like, the next day, he was like, "What?"
What a play from her knees, but
Nice.
unable to make the throw. What a play by the shortstop to come up with that one and still come up from her knees trying to make that play.
Yeah. But yeah, I gave Chris some of that B&E barbecue we had last week. I kid you not, the next day he looks at me and he goes, "Hey Greg, when you guys going back to do anything with that guy again?" I said, "He's not cooking this weekend. Why? What's up?" He's like, "I want some more of that stuff, man."
Those burnt ends, man. Oh, my goodness. Oh, nice bunt down in front of the plate. And nicely done by Natalie Holman as she moves the runner over from first to second.
What'd you say about bunt ends?
Bunt ends? No, but it depends on who's on the grill, though, because some people, they say they put it down on the grill, but some people don't know when to pick it
put it down on the grill. I never flip it. Wait, you're supposed to pick that back up off the grill? Oh,
Hit
nice
back up the middle, right to the second baseman. Throws over for the second out, but runner moves from second to third.
You see her, she was ready too. She
Yes.
was ready for if there was any air there, she was going to take off.
The Chieftains playing small ball here today. Probably not something they're used to this season, but any way they can get some runs across,
Yeah,
they'll take them.
Game as tight as this right now. Absolutely, Nate.
2-0 your score. Chieftains on top. And a swing and a miss from Addie Siebenaller as Bailey Sheets trying to get out of this jam. She's got a runner at third base with 2 outs. Up high. 1-1 the count now on Siebenaller. Up high. 2-1. A 2-1 is in there for a strike, so it's now 2-2 with 2 down. Top of the fourth, 2-0, or bottom of the fourth, 2-0 Hopewell. That one up high, so the count is now full.
I love when the catcher stares down the runner. It's so it looks so intimidating, like it's
Like, what are you gonna do?
like they're really staring him down. You know, she's like, get back on that.
I
please."
dare you.
Holds the ball in her hand all tight. Get back there.
3-2 is fouled straight back. We'll do it again with a full count.
So I don't want that ball. I want this one.
She might have swung at ball 4 there, but I think she's just trying to find a way to get that runner home over there at third base. Three-2 to Siebenaller. Up high, and she walks her. And that'll bring up Taryn Hampton.
Somebody over here is making this noise. You
I
hear
know. Every time,
Yo, Wendy
every time
Williams
they
noise?
do it, yeah. I love it. In there for a strike. A 1-0 the count on Taryn Hampton. Runner down at first and third.
Now they marked that as a ball.
Oh, they're saying it was up high. All right,
I was
1-0.
gonna say I thought it looked as high as the last one. So
Now the runner off from first to second. No throw, obviously. Because that's a dangerous throw to make there
oh yeah.
on a runner
That
stealing
could
from
send
first
both
to
people
second.
home.
Oh, yeah. Now runners at second and third, the 1-1. In there for a strike. So Bailey Sheets trying to get out of this jam here. Runners at second and third.
That runner on third base, like, come on, just send me home. I've been waiting here forever.
I want to come home.
There she
And
is.
there she comes. And she makes it home.
She wasn't waiting.
The passed ball gets away from the catcher, and 1 run will score. It's now 3-0 Hopewell-Loudon. And it's 2-2 on Taryn Hampton at the plate with a runner at third base. Swung on, hit
Oh, look
straight
at
back
that.
up the middle, past the glove of the second baseman for a base hit. Hampton with an RBI. A 2-out RBI for Taryn Hampton. It makes it 4-0 Hopewell-Loudon.
That was just such a big play there, too, Nate.
Huge.
Just a batter before that, we were down 2 strikes, 2 outs, trying to send that person home. Now you've just scored 2 runs since then.
Big time 2-out hitting here for this Hopewell-Loudon Chieftain squad. Swung on, hit, past the glove of the shortstop.
She's going to keep going. Look at her.
And
She's gonna make
Hampton
it.
is going to push, and the pressure
That's such
gives
a
her an
save.
extra base
Wow.
and puts the runner at second base, so they have runners at second and third for Shea Harper.
Man, that was gutsy to run for third there. She just made it. Just made it.
Keeping the pressure on the defense there. making him make the throw. We got a timeout, and they're just going to walk her. Yeah. The intentional walk will load the bases.
Now, when they walk her, does that count as all 4 bases? They just walk her all the way?
Now, we'll see, because Isabel Beitelcheese strolls to the plate now. Now, she is the pitcher of record for Hopewell-Loudon. On the season, she's got 2 home runs herself. Maybe she'll...
now would be the time for one. Oh, my goodness.
Maybe she'll, yeah.
You want to talk about pulling away, this would be the time to separate yourselves and set the tone here. It's like, it may be 4-0, but it feels like it has just been so tight so far.
Bases loaded, 2 down. Bottom of the 4th, 4-0 Hopewell-Loudon. Pitcher Isabel Beitelcheese has a perfect game through 4.
Can you imagine hitting a grand slam here and then coming out and dealing some more heat?
That one hit foul at the plate.
I love all the baseball terms that I hear people say.
You didn't want that.
Cut it in half? I'm like, okay, yeah, do that.
Stay on it, stay on it.
You do that.
Get a good pitch, get a good pitch.
I love that. I love that, like, baseball is that sport that people can just shout stuff from the side and nobody has a problem with it, you know?
Now, how effective do you think that is for the batter? Do you think it's somewhat distracting, or do you think they're, like, getting pumped?
I mean, I think it depends on who the crowd is, honestly. If you got the home crowd, I think that's got to help you.
Well, there's a lot of red in this crowd, so. That one in there for a strike to Beitelcheese.
2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs.
Bases loaded. Bailey Sheets rocks and fires. Swung on, fouled straight back into the net. We'll do it again at 2-2.
See, I love the words of encouragement when they shouting that stuff. All you need is a piece. It's like, yeah, man, that's right.
That's
you
right.
Just need a piece of it.
Just give me a piece.
Don't make the moment too big for yourself.
That went up high. Beitelcheese with a good eye there. And it's now a full count. Sheets has nowhere to put her. She's got to pitch to her here.
That was great. That was one of those ones that wasn't an obvious high ball, but like you said, good eye there, Nate.
And this is going to be one of those situations where Beitelcheese, she's going to be swinging. Yep. And she sends that one into left field, but right at the shortstop. And that's the final out here in the 4th inning.
A little too much air underneath that one, but still a nice hit.
We head to the top of the 5th, 4-0 Hopewell. Mohawk due up to bat next. We'll step aside, take a quick timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching Heart of Ohio Sports.
Your Legacy Federal Credit Union. Your premier financial institution in Seneca County since 1952. Your community, your legacy. Federally insured NCUA.
You're watching right here on Heart of Ohio Sports, the pulse of the Buckeye State.
And we're back here. Nate Mullins on the call with you. Greg Kinn on the 1s and 2s, and Austin Rodriguez on the camera. Thanks for tuning in. Today's broadcast presented by Xcaret Mexican Restaurant in the Tiffin Mall. Top of the 5th, 4-0 Hopewell.
I was going to say, as is this Billy right here, presented by
Isabel Beitelcheese, absolutely dealing right now. The 0-1 is swung on and missed. Strike 2. Allie Schock at the plate. That one outside. 1-2 the count on Schock. That pitch swung on and fouled.
It's crazy to think of what angle you had to hit that ball to send it straight off Like, you know, it's coming this way. It's coming straight at you, and then it just shoots straight off to the right.
It's coming right for us. No, it's not. First, I had to do a double take. I didn't know if Josh was wearing a headset over there. I was like, did they talk him into doing it? No, never mind. 2-2 is upstairs. And it's now 3-2. The pitch is swung on and missed. Allie shocked, sat down by Isabel Beidlecheese, who is just, I mean, absolutely just locked in, Greg.
Man, yeah. Like, as a batter, I'd be so frustrated right now. I would just be like, can you just stop?
Can you just throw me something I can hit?
Yeah, can I just, somebody, please, I just want to hit the ball. This is the name of the game. And she's like, yeah, well, this is the name of my game, so I'm not supposed to let you. Doing an amazing job here so far.
Swing and a miss.
Nate, and not only is she doing an amazing job, but and not to take anything away from the Warriors at all, but why is she making it look so easy? Like, her pitching just looks, she looks like it's effortless.
It really is. And, I mean, when she, I think it's her stance when she's done with the pitch. She just kind of stands there like, yeah,
Yeah, she's
okay.
like, yeah, I did that.
That happened.
It's just another day at the office.
Another strikeout. 2 down. And they show bunt, but that one in there for a strike to Anna Russell. Russell, the 7-hitter.
Wow.
In there for a strike. I don't think she pulled the bat back in time, so that one counts.
No, that looked like it went right over the bat. Like,
It did, but like I said, she didn't pull it back in
Yeah.
time in order for it to not be a strike.
but I'm just saying, that's just so crazy to me. Like,
Yeah.
how do you not?
Strike 3 called.
Wow.
Isabel Beidlecheese is throwing heat. And you just look at the look on her face. She's just like, yeah, high five. Thanks, guys.
I mean, that's kind of like a calling card of the two great athletes right there. It's like that you don't,
Wow.
like I said, you don't make the moment too big for you. You just do your job. You know what you're doing, and yeah, you know you're good, but you know you don't let it show.
That's right. Impressive outing, to say the least, so far here for Isabel Beidlecheese. We head to the bottom of the 5th. It's 4-0. Hopewell-Loudon on top of the Mohawk Warriors here in this district semifinal matchup. Much different than our first game, Greg.
Well, you know, I think the Warriors have done a great job so far
Yes.
here, Nate. But like, it's just like doing a great job versus being almost perfect, and it's not even fair.
Well, I mean,
The only way
she
to
is
beat-
perfect through 5 innings.
I was say the only way to beat perfection is to be perfect yourself, and that's a lot to ask of anybody.
For the team number 4, Sydney Brickner.
That'll bring up Sydney Brickner, right fielder. That went up high.
Now I feel like I remember you saying that last time she came up because you said right fielder, and I thought I'm left-handed though. And I think twice she hit it over here.
Righty-lefty matchup here. Pitch from Sheets is high. 2-0 the count now.
Baker, come to you. Cut it in half. Drive with your elbow. Here we go, Sid.
Oh wow!
Hit to the third baseman, gloves and throws to first, but she is out.
Wow!
Oh,
What are they saying here
the
now?
bat hit the catcher's glove. So they're saying that when she swung through, the glove for the catcher was still in the zone.
I was gonna say I thought it sounded or looked kind of funny when
It
that
definitely,
happened.
yeah, it definitely sounded different off the bat for sure.
Like I thought that the pitch had made it past the bat before she swung. Is what I thought happened.
Because
So-
you heard the ball hit the bat, and then you heard like a light thud.
Yeah, that's what I thought was the ball hitting the glove actually.
Yeah.
Like, and then I seen the ball go out that way, and I was like, she hit it. Nice.
Right to the second baseman, who underhand flips to second. Safe is the call at second base.
I'll tell you what, that was an impressive underhand flip there, but just not quick enough by like a millisecond, man.
Yeah.
Like, it was a great play. It's just not fast enough by a millisecond. That base runner was there. Crazy. Crazy. You want to talk about your bang-bang plays. That was it right there, man. Oh, nice. Look at
Bunt
that.
right back to the pitcher. Sheets comes off the mound to make the play, but they do their job. They move the runners over from first and second to second and third, and now just one out.
Doing what they were doing last inning. You were talking about that small ball. Just move your players around. Get your points.
Keep the ball in play. Make them make the play. Put the pressure on the defense. And that went in there for a strike.
That's a nice one.
Bailey Sheets working on her 5th inning of work. She has, honestly, despite the 4 runs, she's pitched a really excellent ball game considering the power and just the talent in this lineup for Hopewell-Loudon. She's done a pretty good job here today. Swung on, fouled straight back.
Well, and like we've been talking about, too, a lot of this has been this little small ball, bunt, move people around kind of stuff to get those scores. And it's not like people are just nailing grand slams over and over again with the exception of, like, one person.
I was going to say, wait a second. We did have one of those. Not a grand slam, but a homer.
Yeah, right. So, it's definitely not like she's been pitching bad by any means.
Swung on, hit into the air, into center field. This one's going to be trouble. It gets down. 1 run will score. They're going to wave the runner home.
Oh, she didn't know.
2 runs will score. They do get the runner out at first base. So 2 down. But they scored 2 more runs. It's now 6-0 Hopewell-Loudon.
You think that there at first base, Nate, you think that was a sacrifice?
Oh, yeah.
You see the distraction that they caused for the girl that had the ball, didn't know where she should go with it at first, and snuck in for that score as the first baseman was over there. Hey.
Well, the runner at second didn't hesitate at all.
No.
As soon as she hit third, she was on her horse coming to the plate.
Yeah, I was like, if that wasn't planned out, that was an amazing time for distraction right there at first base.
The 0-1 in there for a strike to Addie Siebenaller. And it's quickly 0-2. Nobody on.
Oh, my goodness, look at that.
And Siebenaller hits this one into the air. It's going to hit down right in front of the center fielder for a base hit.
That's about the same distance that both of those hits just landed right there, Nate.
Yep.
Where it's just right in between everybody, and nobody could get underneath of it. That's just like perfect sweet spot.
Well, and you think about it right now, look at the defense, Greg. Where would you want to hit the ball?
Yeah.
You're either going to try to hit it in the gap over there in left center, or you want to place that thing right in between the center, the second baseman, and the shortstop.
And that's where both of those land.
And that first pitch in there for a strike. The 0-1. Swung on, hit the third, and right through the glove of the third baseman.
They're feeling it now. You can feel the energy.
Oh, yeah. It's really starting to pick up now.
Like you could see, even when she made it to second base, there was still a part of her that was like, keep going.
Yeah. They just want to keep the pressure on. It's now 6-0 Hopewell-Loudon. Runners at first and second, 2 down here in the bottom of the 5th. Chieftains trying to put some more runs on the board here with 2 down. They've got runners at first and second. And Kylie Malagon at the plate. Shea Harper on deck.
Yeah, well, let's hope they don't walk her again. She'll have bases loaded if she gets on base here.
She already has a single, a walk, and a home run today. That one hit right to the shortstop, through her legs, and into left field.
Look at that.
1 run will score, and it is now 7-0 Hopewell-Loudon. And the wheels are starting to come off for the Warriors now, as that one was definitely playable for the shortstop, but she just went right under her glove.
Yeah, there was just a slight second of hesitation, it seemed like, from her, and I'm not sure if the runner coming across distracted her for a minute or something, but
Shea Harper
that thing
could
bounced right in front of her, yeah.
Shea Harper could end this with one swing of the bat. Swung on, fouled at the plate, off to the left. 2 down, 7-0 Hopewell-Loudon. You're in the bottom of the 5th. Shea Harper at the plate with a single, a walk, and a home run here. That one up high. That wasn't the pitch she wanted, Greg.
Nope.
She said, don't give me that off-speed stuff. I'm just going to spit on it.
I'm just sitting here waiting for her to swing at it, and I'm like,
The 1-1. Another off-speed. This time she hits this one fair down the left side.
yeah.
It stays. Oh, no, they're going to say foul.
He's going to say foul.
They're going to say it was foul, so we'll come back and do it again.
I'll give him this. It was very close. It may have hopped foul as it crossed the base there, but it was very close.
Well, let's see if maybe they wanted it to be fair, because she gets another chance now. She still has the bat in her hand. 1-2 the count. The pitch. Swung on, hit into center field, but right at the center fielder, who grabs it for the final out here in the 5th inning.
How about that pressure there, too? The center fielder, the ball's coming down, you're like, dude, don't drop it, don't drop it, don't drop it.
3 runs scored for the Chieftains. They leave 2 stranded. We head to the top of the 6th. It's now 7-0 Hopewell-Loudon. We'll step aside, take a quick timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching Heart of Ohio Sports.
Federal Credit Union, your premier financial institution in Seneca County since 1952. Your community, your legacy. Federally insured NCUA.
You're watching right here on Heart of Ohio Sports, the pulse of the Buckeye State.
And we're back here at New Rigel Blue Jackets Field. Nate Mullins on the call with you. Greg Kinn on the 1s and 2s with you. And Austin Rodriguez on the camera with you. And we are happy to have you here with us on Heart of Ohio Sports. Today's broadcast presented by Xcaret Mexican Restaurant. District semifinal. That one hit to the second baseman, who gloves it, throws it over to first for the first out here in the top of the 6th. Isabel Beidel Cheese, despite she's just one error, is the reason why she has had 1 base runner. Other than that, has not allowed a hit or a walk in this ball game through 6 innings, or 5 1/3, I should say. One out. Swing and a miss. Ellie Skeels, the catcher, took a good rip at that one, but just underneath of it. Swung on, hit into right field. This one gonna get down. Throw to first, and she got her at first!
Wow.
What a throw by the right fielder!
I'll tell you what. Let's see if we got a replay of that one, Nate. Let's see if we, I don't know what Austin got the shot. Let's see here.
Let's
take a look.
Oh, I don't know. Man. I don't know. That was really close.
Oh, my goodness.
That was really close. I don't know.
That's one of those ones you'd have to go back and watch frame by frame and check it out.
For real. You would have to literally slow that down to watch it, frame by frame. We just don't have that technology yet, but yeah, they're going to stick with the call. It is out at first. So the perfect game stays intact for Isabel Beidel Cheese. That'll bring up Josie Granada back to the top of the order for the Mohawk Warriors.
And I'll say this too, Nate. This coach that's over here by first base, he did a real good job of controlling himself there.
Oh, yeah.
He was upset at first. They talked about it. They made the decision. He said, okay, that's the decision. I'm not arguing with it.
Yep. You can't. I mean,
And that's
at
the
this
kind
level.
of that's the kind of coaching I love to see out.
Absolutely.
I've seen some of the opposite of that before.
That's usually at the youth levels, Greg.
Yeah, that's true.
Moms and dads who are volunteering too much time and burn out a little bit too much.
People with some big egos and
Oh,
lots of
yeah.
pride.
No. There's no egos in youth sports. It's all about the kids. All about the kids. Whoa. That was dangerously close to that gentleman over there who was just kind of nonchalantly walking around. I was like, oh,
I lost
no.
that one. I don't know where it went. I looked up and it was gone. I'm the guy that get hit with the baseball.
0-2 the count on Granada. Here's the pitch. Outside. 1-2. 2 down. Top of the 6th. 7-0. Hopewell-Loudon. Vital Cheese, the pitch. Swung
Nice
on,
one.
hit into right field, and
Nice.
coming on to make the play is Sydney Brickner. A 1-2-3 6th inning. Chieftains due up to bat next here in the bottom of the 6th. 7-0 Hopewell-Loudon. We'll step aside and take a quick timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching Heart of Ohio Sports.
Betting happens as fast as sports, and now every play is faster than ever before. You're on the edge of your seat until the moment when it's all on the line, which is why it's important to pause before you play. Sports are fast, betting shouldn't be, so remember to set limits, know the risks, and pause before you play. To learn more, visit pausebeforeyouplay.org. Brought to you by Hope and Fostoria and the CARSA Coalition of Seneca County.
You're watching right here on Heart of Ohio Sports, the pulse of the Buckeye State.
And we're back. Bottom of the 6th.
Ain't wasting no time
7-0.
here.
No, not at all. They are ready to go, Greg.
We played our minute-long commercial and they were already starting with us.
7-0 Hopewell-Loudon. Isabel Vital Cheese at the plate. The 0-1 from Sheets is fouled at the plate. It's now 0-2. Once again, a big shout out and a thank you to Jamie Leininger, athletic director over here at New Rigel. Beautiful facilities. And Vital Cheese fouls that one off at the plate. Beautiful facilities, an outstanding job maintaining them as well. Greg, it's not like this is a brand new facility. This was built a few years ago, but they have just done an impeccable job maintaining this place.
Yeah, I was going to say, you couldn't tell me this wasn't brand new. But
Yeah. Swing and a miss. Vital Cheese took a good rip at it, but Sheets fires it past her for the first out. That'll bring up Sydney Brickner, right fielder. Brickner had that throw out at first
she just caught
after what looked like a base hit.
She just caught the last out there at the end of that last inning, right?
Yep. She also had that put out at first that saved the perfect game for Vital Cheese. Because that should have been a base hit. I mean, it got down into right field, but she came up throwing.
Yeah, I really thought that was going to be it. Like, I thought she was going to get the hit there.
Swing and a miss.
Uh-oh. What's happening here?
The catcher's glove in the zone once again. She hits the catcher's glove with her bat, and that's going to be a free base for the batter. Yep. You can just hear that different noise coming off the bat. Doesn't sound like a ball off the bat.
And that's a great heads-up call there by the ump to be seeing that.
He's been on a few of them today. He's had a couple of really good calls. On top of his game today.
Showing the bunt here. Oh.
They pull it back, throw down to
look at that.
second, and in
I was
standing.
going to say, yeah.
No slide.
I didn't even think about that. I just imagine she would have just plowed right into it. I'm over here laughing about things that didn't happen.
Just imagine if it did, though.
But yeah, just because you noted that, I was like, oh yeah, she did run straight in there and didn't slide, huh? Just hit the old brakes at the end.
The 0-1 is upstairs.
Man, she's quick, man. See how fast she just pulled off that base there?
Oh, yeah. Well, she leads the team with 4 triples on the year, so yeah, that means she's got some speed. Look how quick. Yeah, you're right, Greg.
She's almost halfway to the next
She
base.
scoots off the base quick.
And then she does this little stop move. She's like,
Move around here, move around.
1-2 the count. Ashley Daniel at the plate, 1 down. Runner at second base. 7-0 Hopewell. The pitch is up high, 2-2 now.
Way to be patient in there. Here we go, hitter mentality, you can.
That went outside. Now 3-2. The count is full.
Job, Ash. Not expecting it. Nothing close.
3-2 fouled straight back. You flinched. I saw it.
Yeah, that one. That one was like right here at my head. Which is pretty low.
That was like a beeline for your head. I'm telling you. Like, if that net wasn't there.
I'll tell you what, if I didn't flinch on that one, I think there might be something wrong with me.
Right. I would have flinched on it, that's for sure.
I'll be honest with you. I have flinched before. Had a leaf falling down in front of my windshield, and it looked like it was going to hit me in the face. And I'm like, oh, yeah, there's a windshield there. No, Greg.
Swing and a miss by Ashley Daniel. She goes down swinging. That's 2 strikeouts this inning for Bailey Sheets. That'll bring up Natalie Holman. First pitch in there for a strike. Holman batting .468 coming into today. 36 hits and 77 at-bats on the season. Swung on, hit, foul into foul territory, and out of play.
Nate, did you know that Powerade has 50% more electrolytes versus the leading sports drink?
What's the leading sports drink?
I love how
Isn't
they
Powerade the leading sports drink?
I love how they put that on there.
Fouled straight up and back, and he almost made a nice play, but no highlight reel today.
The leading sports drink.
That one hit.
Oh, look at that.
Oh, right at the shortstop, but I think that's going to be runner interference. Yeah, she's going to be out as she ran into the shortstop in that situation, so that'll be the final out. Hopefully she's okay. Looks like she's all right.
Yeah.
Able to get up and make her way off the field, no problems. Okay, good. But, yeah, that was a situation where the runner just ran into her as she was trying to make the play. And, unfortunately, as a runner, you're in – I mean, you got to run straight to the bag. You can't be outside the baseline. But when the ball comes at you, you have to be aware enough to give the fielder the opportunity to make the play.
And then, and that's going to happen now and then because everything moves so fast.
Yep.
She took off from that base. The ball just happened to go rolling right into the path. And it happened.
Yeah, there was no way she was going to be able to stay out of the way of that one. It was just, that was one of those plays where, hey, it happens. So we head to the top of the 7th, and I can't tell you, Greg, I don't think these Chieftains have seen too many 7th innings this year. It's just an assumption on my part. But when you look at their record, yeah, Greg.
Now batting for the Warriors, number 11.
Let's see, they've only played 3 full games the entire year. Against Gibsonburg at home, they beat them 5-0. All of their away games were by run rule. And then non-league games, they had one game against Upper Sandusky where it was 6-5. And they had a 6-0 win over Margaretta. Other than that, every game has been run rule. So 3 out of their 26 games have went the distance, and this is going to be one of them here today.
Wow. I mean, and that's what you would expect almost, though, when you hit this level and you get a team like the Mohawk Warriors. Like, Hopewell-Loudon's been dominant all year, but everybody knows when you get to the postseason, when you get to this level of play, everybody turns it up a little bit, you know?
Well, there's a lot of tradition over there at that Mohawk Warrior softball program. A winning tradition within that program. So they're not going to go down without a fight. The 1-2, swung on, fouled back. We'll do it again at 1 and 2. Allison Russell at the plate, third baseman. The 1-2, up high. 2 and 2 the count now on Russell. Isabel Beidel Cheese. The pitch. Strike 3 called.
That was a heater. Oh, wow.
Right down the pipe.
That one reminded me of like when they put them bottle rockets that are on like strings and they go and they follow that path. That's what that ball looks like. Looked like it came from a string from her hand right to the glove.
That one hit to the shortstop. Gloves, throws, and she's safe at first. Bailey Sheets with great hustle out of the box to beat the throw.
Yeah. She
And
wasn't making that one without hustling, that's
Yeah.
for sure.
And a way to keep the season alive by Bailey Sheets. She's not ready to have her season be over.
Now batting for the Warriors, number 28, Allison Young.
First pitch down low to Allison Young. Swung on,
I lost that one.
skied straight up in the air right to the
Yeah,
shortstop.
I had no idea where that was at. I don't know how they saw that. I looked up like 2 or 3 times and still couldn't find it.
Warriors, number 9, Allie Shaw.
And the Warriors potentially down to their final out here. Two down, top of the 7th, 7-0 Hopewell-Loudon. First pitch in there for a strike to Allie Schock.
I'm pretty sure I heard that one for sure.
Oh, yeah. Sounded like one of those Nerf footballs when they throw it at you.
Yep.
Swung on, fouled off to the right, and it's now 0-2 on Schock. Scoreboard app's a little slow on the buttons over there because last batter. Yeah, there it goes. Now it's 1-2. The last batter, he didn't put up a ball. I mean, it didn't matter,
I'm
but
not saying, not talking about me, right?
the 1-2. Little high. Little high. The home crowd wanted that one, but. And believe it or not, folks, we're not in Bascom right now, even though it sounds like we are. The 2-2. Swung on, fouled straight back into the net. We'll do it again at 2-2. Runner at first. 2 down, 7-0 Hopewell. Isabel Beidel Cheese. Just 1 hit allowed today. That was an infield single. That one up high. 3-2 the count now. There it is. Strike 3, swing and a miss. And the Chieftains are moving on to the district championship, which will be played this Friday right here at New Rigel Blue Jackets Field. Your final score, 7-0 Hopewell-Loudon over Mohawk. We're going to step aside. We'll take a timeout. We'll come back with our post-game show brought to you by Your Legacy Federal Credit Union. And we'll present our post-game player of the game brought to you by MST Sauce Company. That's all coming to you next right here on Heart of Ohio Sports. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
Legacy Federal Credit Union, your premier financial institution in Seneca County since 1952. Your community, your legacy. Federally insured NCUA.
You're watching right here on Heart of Ohio Sports, the pulse of the Buckeye State.
Betting happens as fast as sports, and now every play is faster than ever before. You're on the edge of your seat until the moment when it's all on the line, which is why it's important to pause before you play. Sports are fast, betting shouldn't be, so remember to set limits, know the risks, and pause before you play. To learn more, visit pausebeforeyouplay.org. Brought to you by Hope and Fostoria and the CARSA Coalition of Seneca County.
You're watching right here on Heart of Ohio Sports, the pulse of the Buckeye State.
And we're back here at New Rigel Blue Jackets Field. District semifinals are over. They're in the books. We have our championship teams for the district here at New Rigel High School. And they are the Cary Blue Devils and the Hopewell-Loudon Chieftains. Hopewell with a win over Mohawk today. 7-0 is the final score. Warriors close out the season. Their record on the season ended up at 11-10 after today's game, but a valiant effort today, Greg. I tell you, hats off to this Warrior squad and the coaching staff for Mohawk, because they came into today with a plan, and although they did get shut out 7-0, Greg, you got to hang your hat for being able to hang with this team as long as they did, Greg, because I'm telling you, this is probably one of the most talented teams in the state when it comes to softball.
Oh, for
and
sure.
for them to be able to not only hang with them, but take them the full 7 innings. And, I mean, they weren't putting in any subs in this one, Greg. They had everybody out there. Everybody was playing the full game. This was one of those games where, if you're Mohawk, you can build on this for next year. This is something that you can tell your squad next year, like, hey, we not only had a great season, but we can hang with the best of them, and we proved it to ourselves today.
Yeah, I mean, it may have been a 7-0 game, but that was probably 7 of the hardest runs that Hopewell scored all year.
That's a great point. Absolutely.
We watched them play small ball out here. There was no domination. It wasn't like they were out here just hitting dingers left to right, no problem. Mohawk made it a challenge for them. They absolutely hung with them, no doubt about that at all. The score, I don't think the score indicates what we watched here. I never felt like it was too lopsided one way or the other for this game to be over at any point in time,
Yeah, absolutely. So, it's come that time where we got to give away our Player of the Game award, Greg, and, if you just based it off of my choices here today after the first 2 games, you would think that that I have a thing for pitching, like I must really like pitchers or something, because I'll tell you, man, Kenzie Simons, the way she shut down the lineup earlier today against Calvert was very impressive to me. And then to watch Isabel Beidel-Cheese here in the second game of this doubleheader, and the way she was able to just masterfully shut down that Mohawk lineup. There were so many players on that Mohawk team that have been able to get key clutch hits throughout the entire season. They've been contributors for this team the entire year, and they were baffled today at how they were going to get anything going against this pitching attack with Isabel Beidel-Cheese.
It's something you don't see all the time, for sure. It blew me away. I sat here and I watched, and I just thought, how can she be so consistent over and over and over and over and just sit them down, sit them down, sit them down? It just blew my mind, Nate. I don't know how you could even not consider her for Player of the Game right now.
Yeah.
Like you said, you don't want to seem like, oh, Nate just likes pitchers, but you can't deny that pitching. The pitching was absolutely astounding in this game and made all the difference. You don't let Mohawk score any runs. You do your job to play small ball and get your 7 points on the board, and that's how you walk away with this one.
Absolutely. So that's my pick for MST Sauce Company Player of the Game. if I had to give it to anybody, I'm giving that gift card to Isabel Cheese today. What an outstanding pitching performance today.
Probably gonna need to fuel up on some chunks after that one.
Yeah, and you still got about an hour, so you can get yourself over there, grab yourself some MST Pub and Grub, and while you're over there, make sure you tell them that Heart of Ohio Sports sent you, because they love to hear when their advertising works. That's the key. You guys don't understand. I mean, a lot of you people are just watching this broadcast and you're thinking to yourself, man, it's so nice to be able to watch these free broadcasts. But it's key for us to be able to continue to do this, that you tell these sponsors that you heard about them on our broadcast.
Yeah, let them know that their sponsorship money is working.
Exactly. Because they don't want to just give us money. They want to give us money to help advertise for their business. And if you help us out by frequenting these businesses, well, then it just makes it easier to sell for us. That's all. So once again, I'm going to give a big shout out and a thank you to all of our sponsors, including Xcaret Mexican Restaurant, our presenting sponsor here today, as well as Your Legacy Federal Credit Union, Hope in Fostoria, MST Sauce Company, Feasel's Frame and Collision, First National Bank of Sycamore, Lee's Floor Covering, and Steinmetz Signs and Graphic Inc., all proud sponsors with us here on Heart of Ohio Sports. Once again, Greg, just a beautiful day for softball, and I tell you, we got more coming this week. Wednesday, tune in, Tiffin Columbian versus Perrysburg. That is the Division I sectional final between Tiffin Columbian and Perrysburg. Tune in right here on Heart of Ohio Sports this Wednesday as we'll bring you that matchup. Once again, that's from Perrysburg High School. The 7-seed Perrysburg versus the 10-seed Tiffin Columbian in Division I. And once again, we'll be on the broadcast for that one. And then tune in on Thursday as we got more high school baseball coming to you. Tiffin Calvert takes on the winner of the Fremont St. Joe Monroeville game, which will be played tomorrow. So tune in to Heart of Ohio Sports this Thursday, as once again we'll bring you Tiffin Calvert versus the winner of the St. Joe versus Monroeville game. And again on Wednesday, as we have more high school baseball with Tiffin Columbian versus Perrysburg. And that's pretty much going to do it for us this week. No more tournament baseball until next week after the baseball games are over. We'll be back into baseball next week. But, hey, make sure you tune in this Wednesday and Thursday as we got some exciting matchups for you right here on Heart of Ohio Sports. All right, Greg, any final thoughts before we wrap things up?
Nope, I'm about to sneeze.
I have perfect timing with this stuff. It's a gift. It's a talent.
Hey, you may stop it. Hold on a minute.
All right, folks. For Austin Rodriguez and Greg Kinn, I'm Nate Mullins signing off from New Rigel Blue Jackets Field. Once again, a big shout out and a thank you to all of our sponsors, including our presenting sponsor, Xcaret Mexican Restaurant, as well as Your Legacy Federal Credit Union, Hope in Fostoria, MST Sauce Company, Feasel's Frame and Collision, First National Bank of Sycamore, Lee's Floor Covering, and Steinmetz Signs and Graphic Inc. All right, folks, that's going to do it. Have a great night, everybody. You've been watching Heart of Ohio Sports.